She sat at the defendant's table, quiet, poised, almost regal. The room buzzed with whispers, but she stared straight ahead. No tremble in her hands, no twitch in her jaw. The judge's gaze was sharp as glass, studying her with silent curiosity. In that moment, time seemed to stretch. The prosecutor shuffled papers, ready to attack. Reporters' pens hovered, eager to catch every word and every lie. The accused woman, her name was Sabrina Holt, wore a slate gray suit and an unreadable smile. Somewhere in the back, a woman coughed. Sabrina didn't flinch. She didn't look back. Even as the bailiff called the court to order, her confidence did not waver. The judge cleared his throat, a low sound that echoed off the wood-paneled walls. He looked at Sabrina. The story was about to begin. No one in that room could have guessed how it would end. The prosecutor stood and read the charges: fraud, identity theft, and deception on a scale that stunned even the most seasoned lawyers. The air thickened as the words fell, heavy with consequence. Sabrina's eyes never left the judge, steady, unwavering, almost daring. Her lawyer's hand lingered on her shoulder, but Sabrina didn't seem to need the comfort. She sat with her back straight, lips pressed into a line of quiet certainty. The judge's voice, calm and precise, rang out. "Do you understand the charges against you, Ms. Holt?" A tiny pause, a shallow breath. "Yes, Your Honor," she replied, her tone smooth as velvet. The courtroom watched, waiting for a crack in her armor. None came. A man in the gallery shifted, seat creaking in the hush. Sabrina tilted her head, almost amused, as if she'd seen this play before. But the stakes were real. Her future, her freedom hung on every word spoken here. The prosecutor's questions quickened, sharp and relentless. "Did you open an account under the name Angela Cross?" Sabrina's reply was calm. "No, I did not." Her voice was steady, not a note out of place. The prosecutor tried again, switching tactics, pressing on timelines and motives. Sabrina's answers were textbook perfect, each denial wrapped in careful logic. She met the prosecutor's gaze, unflinching, almost empathetic. "I understand the confusion," she said softly, "but that wasn't me." The judge watched, eyebrows raised, measuring her every word. The courtroom leaned in. A clerk stopped typing. Sabrina's lawyer nodded along, quietly impressed, almost convinced herself. The prosecutor's frustration grew, but he found nothing solid to grasp. Sabrina's confidence was magnetic, drawing attention away from facts and toward her presence. For a moment she seemed untouchable, her story as seamless as the suit she wore. But in the hush between questions, something shifted. Sabrina's jaw clenched a heartbeat too long. Her hands, once still, began to tap, just once, against the polished wood. The judge's eyes narrowed, catching the fleeting sign. A bead of sweat traced her hairline, though her smile held. The prosecutor saw it too, and raised his voice, pressing her harder. "Where were you, Ms. Holt, the morning of the 5th?" Her answer came quick, almost too quick, as she recited an alibi. The gallery murmured. A woman in the second row shook her head, lips pressed tight. The judge's pen paused mid-note. Sabrina's gaze flickered, just for an instant, toward the exit. The room felt smaller now, the air dense with suspicion. The mask of certainty was slipping, even as Sabrina fought to keep it in place. Then, the judge spoke. His tone was gentle, almost fatherly. "Miss Holt, could you clarify something for me?" Sabrina nodded, relieved for a change in rhythm. The judge held up a sheet of paper. "Is this your signature?" For a breathless second, Sabrina hesitated. The prosecutor's eyes gleamed, sensing an opening. Sabrina leaned forward, scanning the signature. "Yes, that's mine," she answered, voice smooth, too smooth. The judge nodded, pretending to jot a note. Thank you. And you signed this morning, correct? Sabrina's face showed a flicker of confusion, but she answered, Yes, Your Honor. The judge smiled, almost kindly. A pause. The judge turned the paper over, revealing a hidden carbon copy underneath. But Ms. Holt, you told us under oath earlier that you were never at the bank on the 5th. The room froze. The judge's words hung in the air, heavy and unyielding. Sabrina's confidence faltered. She blinked, lips parting, breath caught in her chest. All eyes locked on her. The prosecutor smiled for the first time. The judge placed the two signatures side by side, one from the fraudulent account, the other from that morning. Identical. Ms. Holt, would you care to explain? His question was gentle, but there was steel beneath. Sabrina's mouth moved, but no words came. The gallery leaned in, breaths held. The truth was there, plain as ink and paper. Her own hand caught her in the lie. A single tear slipped down Sabrina's cheek. The courtroom was silent, the weight of truth pressing against every heart in the room. The judge's voice was soft but final. Ms. Holt, the court finds you guilty on all counts. The gavel fell, echoing through the stunned silence. Sabrina's mask shattered, the strength in her shoulders gone, replaced by trembling loss. Her lawyer squeezed her hand, but Sabrina barely noticed. She stared at the signatures, her lie, her undoing. The prosecutor packed his files, but his victory felt somber, touched by the sadness of the fallen. As the bailiff led Sabrina away, her steps were slow, weighted by truth denied for too long. The judge sat back, weary. The truth, he said quietly, has a way of finding its voice, even when we try to silence it. In the end, honesty is the one verdict we cannot escape. In every courtroom, in every heart, the echo of truth will always linger, waiting to be heard.
What's something people don't know about stories? They never truly end. There's always a new adventure waiting for you. Just pick your next tale and I'll meet you there. Subscribe to the Story Circle and let me know which story I should tell next in the comments.